Is do you guys wear glasses or have contact lenses?
Yes, I wear glasses.
Is your vision 2020, or do you know what your
Uh,
vision is for your
I use the glasses just for
reading?
for fashion.
Oh, okay, so you don't have them like just because you're like nearsighted or
No.
not any of that. Okay, so there's this one eye disease that many don't really know that I have, which is called keratoconus, but mostly we call it K-cone or KC. Not many people kind of can pronounce the name, so we just call it K-cone. So on the image I'm gonna show you right now, hold up, let's see. Can you guys see it?
I can see. Yeah, we can see.
Okay, so can you see the one that says normal?
Yeah.
That's how your eye is supposed to look like, but on the left side, that's keratoconus, which is the cornea bulges out, which makes it very hard for people who have it to see. So it's everything disoriented. So mainly means everything you see is pretty much blurry. So when the light reflects, you see everything either double vision or triple vision, which is what I have. Let me see if I can. So right here, I don't know if you can see the mouse moving, but on the left side, obviously it's a normal eye, but on the right side, as you can see, the little gray spot in the where the eye is supposed to be, where your pupil is supposed to be, that is what is called a cat. I don't know how to pronounce it right. Cataract. So that's kind of like the lens blurring itself out, which makes the clear lens where it protects your pupil to bulge out. And not many people know what causes this. They usually say it's maybe inherited, which is it's in your family. Like if someone has poor vision, you may get it. And usually this is mixed diagnosed because usually eye doctors say that you have nearsightedness or stigmatism. I don't know how to say it. Stigmatism. So they usually confuse it with this, with because it's the normal symptoms of when you start to see kind of blurry, you can't really see from far or from near. So many get diagnosed pretty wrongly about this one, which was in my case. Usually people usually that's on my picture. As you can see, that's my right eye. As you can see the cataract, how it kind of bulges out. And usually doctors recommend this eye drop right here that I put just so you can see. And this eye drop is mainly just for the cornea so it can reduce the size of it, which helped not many people can actually see the bulge in my eye anymore, which is pretty great. Now it looks kind of like the normal eye on the left. This is how people with the eye disease tend to see. On the right side of the picture, it's traffic, but you can't really see that it's traffic unless you kind of really zoom in on it. And that's mainly how people see. Everything's pretty blurry. The lights it's just everywhere. It's like just all over the place. And on the left side, it's kind of what I said. You tend to see double or triple vision, and that's the moon. So in the person's perspective, they see the moon more 3 times more than they should. And then this one, sorry, I'm gonna go back to my face. I just want to show you guys the pictures first. This one's usually how doctors kind of help you with keratoconus. They on the blue side is the shape of your eye, so that's how they kind of help. How do I say it? They kind of help to make sure it stays that way. And then on the red side is where it starts to that's the pupil, which makes they try to keep it that way. But if they see that it keeps getting bigger, that's when they start to realize you need surgery. And on the left side, it's kind of just similar to the one on the right. It just shows how your pupil is just changing. That's why there's a little bump on it. so they can show like from a different perspective. You guys still see it or not? Do you guys see my face still?
Yeah.
Oh, you can see me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say about the keratoconus is that about 1 in 1,000 people in the year 2000 to 2010 were diagnosed with it. But now in research, people start to realize that there's a lot of people. Usually, you're diagnosed with this in between your preteens to your early 20s. In my case, I was diagnosed with it probably my senior year. And what people don't realize about it, like I said, they usually misdiagnose it with nearsightedness, which I had, but you start to know the symptoms is when usually some people get it with both eyes, so they start seeing blurry with both eyes. Some people get it in one eye or the other, and doctors usually say it's because one of your eyes is a little weaker than the other. You know, you don't have perfect vision on both eyes. One's a little stronger than the other. In my case, the right eye was a bit more weaker than the one on the left. So I got it on the right eye and then on the left eye after years. And they say that the only way to, how do I say it? The only way for you to stop it is usually surgery. They used to have this one surgery called cornea transplant, but the issue about that one, it takes about probably 3 to 6 months to your eyes to heal. And you know, if you're someone, because vision's pretty important, it's something that we use every day, that they try and find out new ways for us, well, for people to have it more easier. And there's this one called K03L3, which is pretty easy. It's mostly known for people who, when they have it, which is just blurry, not when the eye is bulging out. When the eye is bulging out, you kind of do need to get the surgery, which is, you know, they replace the cornea and everything, which takes time to heal. That one they just clean off the your eye, which I don't know what it's called. The doctor that I was watching and reading his articles, they didn't really say what he used, but he was showing videos. I couldn't post it, so I'm sorry. I was gonna show it to you guys, but Google Docs didn't let me. What he just shows is just he just cleans out the eye with this product that he has, and he puts a latex contacts. It's like not one of the soft lenses. If you know, if you had contacts, they're like soft lenses. This contact lens is pretty hard, and it's usually specifically made for your pupil, just for yourself. So, and they put it on, and they keep it, which is kind of they replace. Usually, that usually replaces the one you have on your original eye. You know, the little, I don't know how to say it. You know, the one that protects the crystal, not crystal. Well, that's what they call it, crystal of your eye, the ones that protects from dirt to touch your actual pupil. So they do that, and then you have to have contacts. And yeah, I think that's it. I mean, that's not much of it, but that's all I had about the keratoconus.
Good.
I'm sorry, it's a little awkward and a little nervous.
No, it was good.
Do you guys have any questions? I might be able to answer them because I do know a little bit about this, but not as much, like surgery-wise about it.
I have a question.
Sure.
You know how you mentioned that it's usually like diagnosed between preteens and early 20s?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't it be diagnosed before that?
Well, it's because of the symptoms. Like I said, they usually misdiagnose it with nearsightedness, because they have the same symptoms as like the nearsightedness, which they just give you glasses to fix your vision. It's until usually it's when you stop. The most highest vision is 210, which is from the lenses, and once you aren't able to see from the 210 vision, like 20/20 type of vision, that's when they start to realize, oh, you have keratoconus. It's pretty hard to diagnose, and like I said, not many doctors really know what causes this. They usually say it's inherited. So if you have a family member who has glasses, they already know your kid's gonna need glasses. That's how they kind of assume, which is pretty accurate because my whole family, we all have glasses, but I'm the only one that has the keratoconus. And they say that They usually also say that your kid may have it, but they also may not. It just really does depends on your eye, because your eye can be. It depends kind of because your eye can be weak or like pretty strong vision. On my kids, like me, I had it since like 5th grade, but the whole entire time the doctors just assume it was because of nearsightedness. So it's kind of pretty hard to diagnose someone because of the two eye conditions that we have, which is stigmatism and the nearsightedness. So usually that's what doctors just say. You just have nearsightedness. That's why it's until, like I said, it's when your eye starts to bulge out when they're like, oh, you have keratoconus, which is pretty rare because it's easy to like fix in the early stages when you don't have the bulging eye. Once you have it, it's when you need surgery and everything.
Okay.